Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk men's basketball. With us, assistant coach Raymoan McAfee. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me again, Rob. Glad to be here.
Obviously, a big announcement last week. The GLIAC schedule announced here for the 2021 season as the conference schedule will get underway here coming up on January 7th. And I know nice for your guys to at least have some dates to point towards right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to have, them to have something to look forward to. And also, it's also good for the coaches to have something to look forward to coaching towards, because now it's like, okay, we got this set amount of weeks before we actually see somebody else. So, that's kicking in gear. It's kind of been hard to, do the same things over and over again with really no light at the end of the tunnel. But now, we got a direction that we're heading towards.
I know obviously some unknowns here with the new state orders, and there was a chance for some non-conference action. A lot of that up in the air now that we'll have to wait and see. But how's the practices been so far since you guys got back on the court?
Practice has been competitive, to say the least. A little bit up and down here and there. Got our schedules a little bit off. We just started conditioning, so we're conditioning and doing full team practices, which has never been the case before. We usually get those out of the way and start official practice around October 15th or something like that. But guys are working hard. We got a lot of new faces. We got some guys earning spots. Coach always makes the point that we have 0 national tournament stats with this group that we have. So practices we got to get guys ready to go. Nobody's proven except Walt. Dorian went down with the shoulder injury. But, we're just trying to get guys to really come in and compete and fight for some minutes. It could be anybody.
How important has it been to have some guys like Walt Kelsler, some of those older guys that have been around for a while, to kind of lead the way for you guys?
Oh, you need those type of guys. No matter what the year is, no matter what the situation is, you need some guys who's been through the fire with as far as playing other teams, and also been through the fire with coach. Seeing the way he coaches on certain days, the way he's coaching, towards a certain goal or things like that. We need those older guys to come in and let the younger guys know that, it's all out of love, and we all on the same team. We all got the same goal. Don't take it personal, but take it as a challenge.
Obviously, one thing that we've seen here early on is you guys got a lot of height, a lot of big guys here with some of those young kids coming in.
Yeah, and that now we can go back to our original style of play, which is up in the passing lanes, denying teams, because we got Veas, we got Ryan, we got Logan, we got Aiden. Those shots going full speed, running at those big guys are not easy shots to make. We're trying to get back to a year where we can lead the nation in block shots like we did. I think we blocked 9.2 shots a game. That's 18 points a game the other team isn't getting. That's a lot of points. So, that's a try to, that's kind of a style we're trying to reenact that we couldn't really do last year.
Obviously, coming back off of last year when the NCAA tournament was canceled, how excited were the guys just to be back on the floor here and getting practices on?
Oh, they were super excited. We got a lot of personalities on the team. A lot of goofy guys. It was fun. I was like a kid in the candy store myself. So it was great for those guys to be back on the court. They got a new pair of shoes. Everybody got their practice jerseys. Everybody's ready to go. So it's just always a fun atmosphere to be in.
Obviously, the GLIAC, one of the most competitive conferences year in and year out in the country, and these same challenges, every school in the conference is going through them right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And like we've been saying since day one, that the team who approaches them and handles and works through them the best, that's the team who's going to be champions, and we're just trying to be that team.
As you look at the conference, obviously you got some great teams in the league. Maybe some teams that you're certainly keeping your eye on here early on going into the conference schedule.
I'm keeping my eye on everybody. I don't want to lose to anyone, honestly. But a lot of teams, they brought in some pretty good talent. And I think just our depth and our style to play is what really is going to have to take over. Because if we try to do it in an individual battle, we probably won't win too many games, because that's not how we recruited our team. We got the best possible players to fit each role. We don't have, just an accumulation of talent, which we do have a lot of talented guys, but we're not really top heavy. I think we're pretty much, an even kill team, from top to bottom. We got a bunch of guys who can bring a bunch of different things, and that's what we try to, use to our advantage, and hopefully it works.
How different is this going to be in terms of the schedule? Obviously, this year playing the same team back-to-back nights, and whether that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a lot of that's still to be determined.
Yeah, and again, we're gonna attribute that to our depth. If we got more guys playing, less minutes, and they're a little bit more effective than the next team who's playing, relying on the guy to play 40 minutes. That's 80 minutes in 2 days. That's pretty tough to do when we pressing all game, and we got a lot of good guys who can really go. So we're trying to use our style of play, you know, to our advantage. We're in favor of the back-to-backs just because of how many guys we have, you know, available to us, you know. But it is, you know, untraditional. You know, it's going to take some getting used to, even for our guys. But I mean, we'd rather have that than no games at all. So we taking what we can get.
Who have been maybe some of those older guys that have kind of been the leaders for you guys here early on?
Mike Peterson has been doing an outstanding job. Now, I mean, he would probably think he could do better, but I mean, for me as a coach, I see that he's learning the lessons that he needs to learn, and that's all really much all you can really ask for. You know, he's man enough to own up to his mistakes when he's not doing, you know, when he didn't do his best or when he felt like he could have did better. He's not the one to, you know, be stubborn and try to point the finger towards somebody else. He accepts it and he moves on. Dorian's been, you know, kind of up and down with his shoulder injury, so we're just trying to really stay strong for him. Walt is doing what he does. He's putting the ball in the basket and he's earning his respect in that way, you know. And Logan is just a great person. You know, he's just a great, easy guy to be around, you know, things like that. So I think our leadership, it can get better. It can get better, but it's heading in the right direction. And out of our 4 seniors, 3 of those guys are transfers. Mike is the only one that's been with us for the amount of time he has. So, I mean, we rely on Mike a lot just for that reason. But I mean, we got to bring those transfer guys along as well.
Obviously, you had some guys that set out last year, redshirted, Aiden Shore, Ryan Siegel, among those guys. How beneficial was that redshirt year for them?
It's very beneficial for anybody who takes advantage of it and approaches it with the right mentality. It can be beneficial for anyone. I mean, Aiden had a year where he can just calm down, breathe, relax, and really get used to our style of play, our style of coaching, and things like that. And I mean, now we're going to expect a lot from those guys that we redshirted last year, Quantez Jackson as well. You know, we're going to expect big minutes, and it's almost to the point where if they play bad, we're going to have a hard time winning, and they know that. So, I mean, we got to just keep coaching them up, you know.
Obviously, I know you've been around the game a long time, and for some of these guys this year coming into the season, it remains to be seen in terms of spectators, fans, being in attendance, more like an open gym atmosphere maybe at times, but certainly they're going to have to challenge themselves to be ready to play.
And that's kind of what we've been coaching as well. You know, we've been trying to, you know, put guys in situations to bring their own energy. I mean, we're reading a book called The Energy Bus. We're doing everything we can to you know, not let that catch us off guard. You know, so we expecting captains, seniors, even the freshmen can step up and lead and bring some energy. Everybody has, from coaches to managers, everybody has a task to bring energy to practice, and every day, every time we get together, you have to bring energy. It's mandatory.
Coach, thanks for being with us, and looking forward to a great season of Bulldog basketball coming up here very soon.
All right, thanks for having me, Rob.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.